Meet at the dyno.
Welcome everyone to Down and Dirty with the Badger State Pullers, January 23rd. How's everybody doing tonight?
Feeling good. How are you?
Good. We had a great weekend in Lebanon, Missouri. A lot of trucks, that's for sure, but it was fun.
A lot of trucks, right? 200-foot track, I heard.
Yeah, 200-foot track, and I think the winning distance for the two-wheel drives was like 164 feet.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a little rough.
Yeah. It was good testing too, anyways.
Right. How are the Fritz boys doing?
Good.
Coming in good here. I guess you got John here. You got anything to start with, John, or you want me to head it out?
It doesn't matter. Welcome, guys. Nice to see everybody. Greg and I had a fun weekend too. We were out traveling around, did a few shoots, so had some fun.
Yep. Got to do a couple truck pullers this weekend, and we'll see them here in a few weeks.
Yeah.
But
The French boys from Basketball in the shop. Is it nice and toasty warm in there?
64.
64. That's just right. We've got Casey and Corey Fritz on with the Twisted Deer here, headed to Louisville. We're going to talk to them a little bit about the history from Louisville and how the summer went for them, and hopefully they do as well as they've done the last few years down there. What do you think, guys?
Be nice.
That'd be the plan. Kind of left on a bad note the last time we were down there. We got last in the finals, and so kind of eager to get back.
Yeah, well, at least you were in the finals. You got second or third in the second in the finals or the qualifier?
Third.
We got in 18. We got third in the
Prelim.
second
in the prelim, third in the finals.
19. We got fourth and second, and then 20. We got
Third and eighth.
third and eighth.
Yeah.
What happened in the final?
Greed on gear.
Yeah.
Oh. So now for the fans watching, and they don't get to see you guys a whole lot without a helmet and stuff on, who's who? So they know.
I'm Corey.
I'm Casey.
And Casey, you're the older of the two, right?
Yep.
Yep. By how many years?
I'll be 44 in March, and Corey will be 41 in April.
Okay. Okay. Tell us a little bit about your farm and what you do there, too.
You're good.
We farm in Boscoville and around. We got 3,400, 3,500 acres of our own, and then we do 600-700 acres of custom work still. And just grain. We got a few cattle, but not much anymore. And just grain, wheat and corn and beans and some hay.
You said wheat, corn, and beans?
Yep. Seed. We grow seed corn and stuff once in a while.
Who do you grow seed corn for?
Biddix or it's for Bear, but through Biddix and Livingston.
Okay. I would think it'd be Cusmo down there by you guys. Is that usually what's around there?
They sold out a couple years ago.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
So, then we grow seed beans for Wilbur Ellis through Biddix.
Okay.
Do some stuff.
I think your internet is cutting out a little bit, but if you hear me, we talked down to Shipshewana that you were doing a little gear changing, split some gears or stuff for Louisville, and you were trying them out down there. Is that what you were doing?
Yep.
We were, and we got the transition back on. Going back to the gears that worked the first 2 years in Louisville. We're just going back to set up and going to standby. We got lucky right out of the gate with.
Yeah. Did you guys gain any horsepower in your tractor, the dyno here the last couple of years, do you think, or to make up for some of that gearing and whatever?
I think half the time we overlook the gearing. You make power and you switch around, and it seems like stick with work, and
Everybody else made pushes, so the sleds do. They count all the same. Man.
Sometimes we overlook stuff, and it seems like when we go back to what works, and then everything comes back.
You got a little buzz in your phone. Am I the only one hearing that, or some other guys hearing that?
No, I hear that too. You kind of started doing it once Chandler put the picture up. Is that a video that's paused or something?
No, it's just a picture.
Yeah, Chandler, can you change the picture? Maybe go back to what it was. Is that better now, guys?
Can you hear better?
I don't know.
Not better?
There, that's better.
Okay.
I think.
So how many years have you guys been pulling?
2008. I think it's when this tractor 2008. We pissed around, pulled 4020s and the 4440s and stuff before that, but this tractor started in '08. I don't think we pulled anything since that one.
You know, started as a farm stock and just kept tearing it apart and moving down the line.
All right. Did you guys build the tractor yourself, the chassis and all that, or is that something you bought?
This one here, we've built some, but this one here we actually bought. Actually has a Hasleg chassis, and then we got it home and decided that we could build what we wanted. So then we built some other ones since then.
Oh,
You guys put all the sheet metal on it and stuff yourselves?
Yeah, and we just bought bare rails from Hasleg, so we put all the mounting, mounted everything on it, made all that stuff.
Okay.
We got the air ride from Miley and put that on. It's been a work in progress through the years.
So when did you put the air ride on? Right away.
19.
19.
Yeah.
All right.
We pulled Hot Farm for quite a while with it, and then the big reason to switch to Super Farm was we had a buddy that took us to Louisville every year. And the smallest thing in Louisville is a Super Farm, so that's our dream, was to pull in Louisville.
Well, you've done that. You've got your dream there. What's your next dream now that you've accomplished that?
I don't know.
We'd like to, like everybody says, we'd like to win it. We've got a second and a third place one. We'd like to win it, but that's anytime you're in Louisville and you get on the floor, there's down and get interviewed. It don't matter what spot you're in. It's a major accomplishment.
It's got to be a big thrill to be down there. Probably the first time was even getting towed down into the track area. There is a big thrill, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. The whole place.
We've always said everybody in Poland should be able to walk on the dirt in Louisville at least once. It's a cool, it's a different deal.
It is. So you get down there and the stands are packed and it's a lot of pulling fans there and they understand what's going on.
Yeah.
A lot of grown men have shed tears on the track in Louisville. It's just a special place.
Yeah, good tears or bad tears sometimes, right?
Yeah.
the place has drawn them out. They broke there and put everything they had right there on the dirt. But congratulations, guys, that being able to go down there again. And you guys have had some good success down there. And it's always nice to see somebody from the Badger State doing good down there. So that's awesome.
In 18, we blew the main feed line off the oil pump, and there wasn't anything left in it when she burned in.
Really? Yeah.
If you look on the book, it showed that thing I think it was about 75 feet. She blew her off. She was hewing oil, just the tire, my helmet, everything was just coated.
But you didn't want to stop though, right? Was it worth it?
Oh yeah.
It literally burned in. Tires, rods, everything.
It was surprising. I don't think there was a quart of oil left in the oil pan when we got home and pulled we run some Pico oil and pulled the rod bearings off, and then we run them rod bearings for another year. They were perfect.
Really? Wow. What, didn't wreck anything then, or me?
No.
Really?
We were sure it was going to be a total pile of junk, but it was, never heard it.
Still,
I don't. Another 5 feet, I think we'd have probably had a bad problem.
Right. Put an extra gallon of oil in it for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you never know.
That's a good ad for some Pico, don't you think, John?
They thought they thought it was pretty.
Yeah.
It's the Simpico oil and a gallon of Lucas they dump in there.
Yeah. That's a good combination. I like it too. So,
who helps you guys with the engine and stuff? Like your parts, or you guys put your engine together, or someone help you with it? You get main parts from here, or you kind of get everything from all over and you put it together, or what?
Jeff Ball does our motor work, and he kind of gets parts from here and there. Fuel and air, and it is all hearts. We got a
Just a second.
We got an air compressor on.
All right.
We can still hear you good.
Where do you go to the diner? Do you go down to Kevin's or where do you go?
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeff gets a bunch of stuff from Riverside. We get some stuff from Riverside. We've tried some different stuff here and there, but
Arts boys have been good to us. We went to Louisville, some pretty good parts. Got to put a lot of faith in them when we go down there.
Yeah. I think that's what most super farm guys are running as a Hearts turbo, right?
I think a lot. Actually, what we're going to pull against down there is mainly Apexes from the NTPA tractors. The
Sullivan tractors, the Michigan tractors. That band will all run Apexes.
Okay. What do you have to change your turbo to go down there much or change stuff?
Oh, yeah, we changed quite a bit. It'd be nice if they'd get it figured out and we could either all have the same, because we got the NTPA tractors really don't have to change nothing, where we got to reconfigure quite a bit.
We'll tear ours down and reconfigure it. Kind of go back to Jeff Ball used to pull NTPA super farm, so he's got some. We go back to his NTPA setup, make a little more power on the bottom without the cooler, and that's what we take down there. So it's always a big tear.
Yeah. Do you guys pull the intercooler and stuff right off it then, or do you leave it on?
Yep.
Yeah.
Weight's an issue. We usually barely have enough weight to put on the front, so we got to get everything as far back off as we can so we can get as much far forward as we can.
All right. What do you think of the Louisville track? Is it a good track or average track, or what do you think?
Take that track and a Bauer sled, and I don't think there's nothing any meaner.
Right. So sometimes I think it gets a little rougher. Well, I've only been down there in the last class of the night always, and by then it's usually pretty tore up and rough, but it's hard to put many hooks and keep it nice.
I think the high horsepower stuff, the pro stocks and stuff, I think with the super farms, we can hook into it even when it's a little off. We are able to hook into it better. I think for you guys and that kind of stuff, it gets a little more.
We always pull behind a four-wheel second class on Wednesday night behind a four-wheel drive, so it's still pretty good. And then when we pulled in the finals, you're behind the mods pull ahead of you.
Yeah, and they probably tear good, huh?
Yeah.
It's usually, and it's been a better track on Wednesday night. The last year we were down there, we got caught on a really good track in the finals.
Yeah. Well, when you guys, is that your favorite trip place to pull, do you think, or where do you like to pull mostly?
Oh, yeah. We'd give up all summer pulling. When we go pulling in the summer, our main goal is to do well enough to get invited to Louisville. That almost as much as winning it. I mean, you almost had to win a points championship or have the person that wins it not sign up to get in with a super farm. So that's our main goal every year is to make it to Louisville.
Right. Are you guys the only guys from Badger State and super farm going out there? Maybe Don Slama, but he really hadn't pulled with us a whole lot this summer.
Yep, Don and us and Don, that Blue Bayou, or is it Blue Bayou? That Andy Keys,
It's PI.
one guy, and he's going to be there this year. And that Chevenk that won Grand National, he's a Wisconsin tractor. He's going to be there.
He pulled some Badger State.
Yep. I seen on Facebook today he was headed to Florida to do a pulling, and on his way home he's going to Louisville.
Yeah.
Yep.
The rough life of a retired guy, right?
There you go.
Go pulling all over.
Buck went to go monkeying around right before Louisville. We usually be skittish on the dyno right before Louisville. You can get yourself backed in a corner.
You can. Yeah, you'd hate to break it in Florida and not make it there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week we're going to start dynoing this. We got some parts coming. We'd like to get the dynoing done next week so we're not right up against Louisville.
Right. Well, it did like Shipshewana, you broke at the dyno and had to go down there with parts you really didn't dyno, right?
Right.
Correct.
We burned it down Monday night, the week of Shipshewana at 6 o'clock Monday night at Kevin's, and fried it.
Yeah.
So
And you'll had her together Wednesday morning to go?
Tuesday at 4 o'clock, it was ready to get drove in Jeff's hauler, and they took off Tuesday night.
Oh, really? Huh.
But
That's quick.
When you guys burn a piston, it sure runs good. It run good in Utica.
Yeah, that was stored pistons, not burnt through them and torching rods, and yeah, we got something going on with it right now. We don't know for sure. We'll get it figured out though.
Yeah.
One of them gremlins that run around underneath the hood.
We didn't. The stupid thing is we went down the Thursday before Shipshewana and backed it in. All we did was split it. We just wanted to back it in and back it up from last year's numbers, and if we burned it on the first pass, didn't even get a full pass on it. So, boy,
Wow.
The big joke was Gaffney was with us on the dyno, and we turned around and he was just white face, and we turned around and said, "That's how close you were at Monroe, Gaff."
I'd have just blamed him. You guys should have said it was fine before you took it to Monroe.
he did. We said, what would he have done if it had burned down on the track at Monroe? He said, probably puked in my helm.
Yeah. He won in Monroe too, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He had a nice pass, man. He drove that thing that day like he drove it a million times, and that's hard to do when you're jumping in the seat of somebody else's tractor and just taking off, you know.
He's got that talent. I think he could go. I think you could put him on a 10-horse garden tractor or a full-blown pro stock, and he'd win.
He's won on that tractor twice.
Yeah, he's been a good driver. He was a good driver. Drove Jason's tractor.
Yeah.
No, I'd try anything ours. You ain't got to worry about it.
And he's a kind of a mechanic too. He'll help you with that too, does he?
Yep. He's actually,
He's all wound up. He wants to repaint it before Louisville, so I tore all the sheet metal off it. It's all and took it over to his place tonight. He's actually a body guy, and so that's a big ram right now.
when we get done with this, we'll swing the camera around, show you what it looks like right now.
Okay.
There ain't nothing left.
And you're going to the dyno.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right. So
Just don't scratch, put it together.
Yeah. Good thing we don't have to milk cows or something.
right.
Yeah.
In the old days when I milked cows, that did stink, working all night and walking right to the barn to milk the damn cows.
Yep.
I wouldn't do it anymore. I'd leave the tractor sit. I'm getting too old for that. But
Things
So-
you do to go
what's that, John?
the things you do to go tractor pulling.
Back then, not anymore. Not for me, anyways. It depends on if you're leading points, it makes a big difference on how, if you're doing well in points, you have to stay up there. It gives you a little more incentive to do it, right?
Yep.
You know, but if you're in the middle of the pack or lower half or something, some days you just say, we don't have to work that hard. We're out of it anyways, right?
Yep.
You guys have never really been out of it. You always done well in Badger State, though, right up in top, right?
Yeah. We got a couple.
Second and third, I think, and won it once.
Okay. And in 2008, when you started, was that right with Badger State? You went right away then, or?
Super Farm?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, we pulled Tri-State from Hot Farm from third. We were always before from 09 to 12. We pulled 2.6 altered with Southwest, and then we went the summer of 13. We went Hot Farm, open RPM Hot Farm, and pulled that till 16,
and then
16.
With the first when we went Super Farm, we went to Badger State.
Yeah,
that was our first.
17. We've never pulled anywhere for points other than Badger State with the Super Farm.
That's good. What do you like pulling? What's your favorite thing about pulling with Badger State?
Just the people.
Just the people.
Good group of people and
Organized, the organization. I don't think there's probably a better organized group than Badger State.
No, it is pretty organized. People that don't pull, have always pulled with us, go other places and come back and say, man, I thought it was this way everywhere, but it's not. It's not.
Enforces, I mean, State enforces rules. If you're going to make rules, you enforce rules. Where it's like some other places, they make a rule and then I don't even know why they make them.
Well, I don't know if you're reading on the internet right now too about the head rules with a steel block got approved in NTPA for moving the head bolts in a head on IH, and they didn't do it with a Ford or something a couple years ago. I don't know. That's a mess there.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I'm glad we don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, me too.
You guys are a great addition to the Super Farm class. You're definitely shaking up the order since you guys been there, and everybody don't count the twisted deer out, no matter who's in the seat. And it's good to see. It's good to see the following you guys have too. You know, you see people commenting on Facebook and stuff, and your family supporting you. You guys are a great addition. Good to see you pull all the time.
Yeah.
My boy, he's on a red track this year. He's got a 1066. He pulls in the speed limit class. So we had to do something to bide time till he was 16 so he could drive this one and we could watch him.
Yeah. I'll tell you, when they're and they go down the track, it's a nervous day for you. For me, it was.
Yep.
Yeah, both of them. But it's fun. I enjoy watching them pull just as much as I do doing it myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got about 7.5 years on the time clock.
We got 4.
How nervous do you think if I'm driving?
Emily's going to drive too. She's got John. We got John lined up with a pro stock garden tractor.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Jump
He's
on it.
gonna drive that little Elky burner this summer.
That'll be fun.
Yep.
We drove, Ron Conley had the pro stock garden tractors, and he used to, when it was a 2.6 altered, if we couldn't go, well, we'd never pulled at Utica till we were a super farm. We had a seed corn convention that weekend, so when it was 2.6, Ron always took it and pulled it there.
Yeah.
He had 2 pro stock garden tractors, and I remember the first time I got on it, you kind of made a joke out of them. Those things are mean. I mean, I think they had like 90 horse for the weight that they are. And the first time I got on it, he told me to hold it to the floor and count to 5. I think it turned 9 or 10,000 RPMs. He said, if you're afraid of blowing it up, get off.
Really?
That was Ron, and I've known Ron since I was a kid. Ron and Robin, when I was a kid his age and pulling the Ashlands and stuff years ago, he was a fierce competitor on all the years I ever knew. And once he got of age here, and I built his and got one and got to see him again, it's good to see him. And I'd see him around like with you guys at some of the pulls and be able to with him. And I remember him coming to Utica with your tractor, and I was like, "Where'd you get that?" And he told me, "Boys are letting me go play."
He used to pull in the driveway. We'd have the truck loaded, truck running, hand him $100 bill, and send him out the driveway.
Yeah. But that's the best way to go pulling.
That's he had it made, yeah.
And
He was a great guy.
he was like Gaffney too. You could put him, pulling, like you just said, he's pulled everything, and you didn't have to worry.
He was good at reading a track. That guy could read a track like nobody's business.
Yep.
When we first started pulling, and we had quite a bit of success in the altered class, and Ron Conley went everywhere with us. We really hadn't pulled too much on dirt. Our early stuff was blacktop stuff. Our dirt pulling, we learned from that, man. So.
Yeah. I did a little blacktop pulling in my day way back when too. That wasn't as much fun as the dirt.
No.
No. But hopefully you guys have good luck in Louisville and get everything straightened out. Hopefully the gear you're picking works and you get to the dyno, you can find some big horsepower and get down there and show them how it is, right?
That's the plan.
Make it smooth pass. That's the biggest thing.
Yep. You gonna who do you pull against that night? Do you remember who's going to be your biggest competition that night to get at?
Slama's in there.
Dave Whalen's in
Dave
there.
Whalen. Lee Butts. It ain't gonna be. Yeah, it's not gonna be nothing.
I think maybe that Brad Woods in there. He won a prelim a couple.
The last time we were there.
In 19, I think he won the free prelim. But
So which one of you two is driving?
Casey's gonna drive. We rotate winners. Winter pulling, so he'll pull all winter.
Is that what you do during the summer too? Rotate? Or?
Yep, rotate every other time. Or if somebody's got family along at the other one, used to be a big deal to rotate. Now we just like to see it go down the track and win. Nobody really cares who's driving it.
Right. You guys bring quite a few people to Louisville with you too. How many do you bring?
Oh, dozen to 15, just depends. Depends upon who's laid off and
We got one where this is the first year we're going without a camper. We got a buddy that's got a 46-foot toy hauler. Actually, the first year we went to Louisville, he went and picked it up the week before we went and pulled it down there. And so we usually stay right in the parking lot in a camper.
Okay. Where are you staying?
We got an Airbnb about a mile away.
That's just what we did. Well, 4 minutes away, they said, from the track. We switched from the hotel to an Airbnb this year too.
I think we can put 5-bedroom, we can put 12 people in there. So
Yep.
now we got to round up a vehicle at the airport. We usually go down there and get a 12-passenger van. So then everybody can go cruise around town all in one group.
You get that at the airport then?
Yeah.
They probably don't cost a whole lot to do that, does it?
Vans, $55 a day.
That ain't bad.
No.
That's cheap.
Now you get
12,
so
12,
you're
12,
gonna be like that. But yep.
12 sleep well and then 4 on the floor.
There you go.
Usually at hard time though.
Right.
Usually between that camper and then the first year we went down there, we were all nervous how we were going to take our tractor down there. And Jeff Ball's got a motor home with a big toter, and he's like, "I'm hauling your tractor to Louisville." So he's kind of pulled it down there every year. He's pulling it down again this year. So we got sleeping quarters. Usually have sleeping quarters there in the camper. But
Yeah.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. Well, I think that's the end of our half hour here. You guys got anything you want to say to the people out there before you get done here?
I think you want to see a picture of it right now?
Yep. Take us over and show us a picture of it. Yeah, where it's at. You can walk around. Can you get around?
Yeah,
there it is.
that'll be last minute together. Hide the beer, we got work to do.
There you go.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Thanks,
better
guys.
get it and get it done, huh?
Yep.
You bet.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Hey, thanks for coming on, guys. We appreciate it. Good luck in Louisville.
Yep.
You
Thanks.
bet.
Good luck.
We'll talk to you down there.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep. Bye.
Bye. Chandler,
Hey, that's the word.
anywheres? Is he signed in yet?
Or he disappeared now.
He disappeared. He's a sneaky guy. He's got to get his mustache brushed out, probably.
I suppose.
Johnny. Oh yeah. Yeah. He probably had to go put deodorant on quick.
Right? You can probably smell him over the phone.
But he's still backstage.
Still backstage?
Yep.
All right. He can hear us?
No.
No. We can pull him up.
So he's truly the missing link
Right.
right now.
Yeah.
Right now. Yeah. Well, John Link is probably, those listening to us, the Badger State member that lives the farthest away from Wisconsin. He lives in Hereford. And his tractor's at Wildman's right now. I don't think they have to do a whole lot to it. It's sitting there ready to go or getting ready to go. But I was hoping to get John on here.
He was up here a week ago. I had breakfast with him that Sunday. He's been working on it. So he put a different computer on it and a couple other things. I think just doing some final stuff to get it ready to go for down there.
Yeah, we were there on Sunday when he was down eating breakfast with you. Did he ever come back to work that day?
I don't know. He had to deliver something for his wife somewhere, and then he started on some high-powered orange juice. So I don't know if he got a whole lot done after that.
Yeah. That happens when juice will get to you.
Yeah, good breakfast. High-powered orange juice.
Right?
Well, are you all ready to go for Louisville?
Me? Or you got John on there?
Oh, what happened to John?
Maybe having Wi-Fi problems or internet or whatever he's on.
There he is.
Are you? There it is. Is he coming?
All right, I don't see your picture. So.
Is yours about ready to go for Louisville? Can you hear
got
me yet, Greg? Can you hear me, Chandler?
Yeah, I can hear you, but there's an echo.
Huh. Someone tried calling my phone, so it kind of messed it up.
Oh,
Is that better?
I don't know if there's still an echo. Let me see.
I don't have an echo.
I
did a little bit ago. Well, now it is.
Huh.
I guess you have
Yeah.
to. So
So is yours ready? Ready to go? Ready to rip? Almost done or what? Greg.
mine? Oh, I thought you were talking about yeah. Craig's, we're working on the computer.
Oh.
We have to build a new indoor pipe. Boys stole mine for Shipshewana, used it, so now we have to make another one. But Craig's on it, and
He's on.
Andy's working on the computer. Our computer, we're having a problem with it too. Imagine that, computers and stuff like that not working.
Technology.
If you weld it, I'm all right, but it's that gets to me. But if
Yeah.
that video, like you had the video of Craig's shop, there was there 7 tractors there getting ready for Louisville.
I think so, yeah. There's a picture come up on Facebook of mine from I don't remember how many years ago, but they're all lined up there just before Louisville, and I put it on Facebook, and then Craig sent me a message there later on in the afternoon, took a video of the shop. Yeah, it was going on. Busy, very busy.
Right? Yeah, I talked to him today too, and he said that Travis and Kurt went to Florida on him this week or something. So he's there alone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep.
What happened to Link Chandler? Did you kick him out?
No, he never came on.
Do you want me to get out for a second and try and call him and see what's up?
Yeah, if you want to do that.
All right. I'll give him a call here.
You got some video of Fritz's and/or Johnny Link's tractor you can put up there?
I don't know if I have indoor video.
Well, don't have to be indoor. If anything, outdoor, so show Links and maybe Fritz's.
I know I've got a video of Link at Hillsboro. Let's see. What'd you think of Ship?
Ship was good. I watched it from home. That was a good pull. That was
Yeah.
that was well organized. I was very impressed because last time I was there was in Gordyville, and that was the early stages of Gordyville, and I announced down there a couple of years, but it's hard to get away in the winter for me.
Yeah.
Work, so
Yeah.
yeah, that was good watching.
Here's John Link's whole shot at Hillsboro. I'll play it one more time for everybody. Did you get a hold of him?
Yeah, I got a hold of him. He said he can hear us and see us and everything, and he's on it on his computer.
You must not have clicked the button to come in.
I don't know. He said he entered the studio.
Huh.
Well, I'd like to tell John a little of a story because he is from Cottage Grove, Wisconsin. And I don't know when they moved to Hereford, Texas, but it was a long time ago. I think it was, around 1988 or 90 or something like that. But him and Punky are were good friends.
Yep, they farmed around here. They had a big dairy operation around here called Open Rose Dairy. And then his dad was also part owner of Midway Equipment with Spurs and a couple other guys around here. They had Midway Equipment in Marshall for some time. And then I think his dad had a few other things too. But yeah, Elp and Rose Dairy, they had a pretty good sized dairy. He actually used to sponsor the Screaming Norwegian of Jimmy Scores years ago. And then Link had a diesel super stock. It was a black 5288, I think it was. And that's the one that runs with WTPA now. They come down and pull this once in a while at Beaver Dam and Monroe.
Yeah. It pulls in the
Light
light.
pole. Yep. Yeah. Beautiful looking tractor.
Alan Cook.
Alan Cook.
Oh.
Yes.
Alan Cook. The 5480.
Yeah, sharp tractor. It's clean, that thing is. It's but that's the tractor. So when Link had it, I think he sold it and went to Kevin Lynn, and Kevin Lynn and them run it for some time as a diesel super, and then then they sold it to Cook. I don't know how many years ago, but then they built
I
it.
can't
into
remember
like,
what was the name of it before it was Black Thunder.
For some reason, I might call it the Bull Rush or something like that. But maybe I'm.
In my mind, I don't know why. I think it was like Fat Boy or something.
Well, no, that was his.
Or is that a different one?
Fat. It might have
no,
been Fat.
was
It was?
Fat Boy. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Chandler's from up around that area, so he probably.
Yeah.
seen
Well,
that thing run.
I thought I remembered, but I wasn't sure, and I was right, I guess.
Yep.
Well, I resent him the link, but I don't know if he's having troubles jumping on. He's seen that, but
Okay. Well, we can get him on. It don't work, but we can talk about everybody else going to Louisville. I know that Mama and Fritz brothers are the only one super farming out. Any light pros. I don't know if they didn't make it or didn't apply or what happened, but we do have like 8 or 9 pro stocks going from Badger State. 8, I think. You know,
that's quite a bit.
that's quite a bit out of the. If there's only, I think there's 46 of them or something like that this year. That's 8 of them's a lot. But I don't know. What do you think, John? You gonna try and make it to Louisville a day or two?
I don't think I'll be able to make it.
You don't think you'll be able to make it this year?
No, I don't think I'll be able to make it this year. I'd love to go, but I don't think I'll be able to make it this year. So the wife's going to have surgery just before that, and she'll be in there for about a week. So with work going on and to get her home and settled back in again, it'd be pretty hard to take off to go down there. So I want to take her dad down there one of these years. Hopefully next year, get things arranged to take him down there. I think he'd really enjoy the farm show part of it and the pulling. I think he'd really like that. He's grew up on a farm and helped farm forever and whatnot. So I think he'd really like that.
Why don't you tell people what you do for? I don't think a lot of people know that.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a road supervisor for Dane County Highway. So I have the eastern half of Dane County, and then when you're on call, you have the whole county. So the one in charge of making the call when the trucks go out and plow roads, and if there's an accident scene and the 911 calls, and then I organize trucks and equipment or whatever to go out and help with accident scenes and patch roads, whatever needs to be done, on any county or state highway in Dane. So the wintertime is hard for me to get away anyway, but summertime is a lot easier.
Yeah. Well, and then like we went and recorded those Saturday that we're going to air later on, and you were on with the weather station and your guys working for you, and in certain parts of the county we're getting snow and certain weren't. It's a chess game to keep everything going and where they need it.
Yep. Yeah. I got everything on that phone. So if the phone would have died, I'd have been in trouble.
Right. Right.
But it's the heart and soul of it. So yeah, carrying the phone with, and it was busy all weekend when I got back home, then getting things ready for Saturday into Sunday. And then we had snow Saturday night into Sunday. And then everybody was in. And then luckily enough, we were able to get them out at noon, and they go home and spend the rest of the day with their families. So
Yeah.
a lot of hardworking people at the highway.
Yeah, there is. And they got to work a lot of odd hours and long times, right? You're
Yeah.
probably like everybody else, right?
Yeah, a lot of hours and very tiresome. Yeah, about the time you got something planned, that's about the time that the pager will go off and snow will be coming.
Yep. Well, we can tell we went out and recorded shows at Jared Rips and John Holder's this Saturday that will be airing probably after Louisville away at South. And they're pretty good shows. Jared's got a big farm and a lot going on there too. And we went around and took a lot of videos of what he's got going on. And John Holder had a new baby there in his shop, 2 weeks old. Levi was his name, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And that it's going to be good shows. Let everybody know that this week we've been working on the Lemke show for a little bit here. We got some stuff done, but we are going down. He's going to be dynoing a motor this week someday. I don't know when. When he gets it done, we're going to try and get down there and put that on the show. And once we have that done, we'll pretty much have a show ready to go with that. And that'll be neat to see a pro stock motor on the dyno. Would enjoy that.
Yeah.
So
we were down to Wildman's and got one recorded there, and then we recorded with the Kloss. So we'll have the Kloss tractor on here with Craig and Robbie. So we've been working hard behind the scenes getting stuff put together. Just a matter of time here and some help with Chandler. We'll get them dialed in and we'll get them aired probably after Louisville here.
Right.
Yep.
And once the season starts, our plan is to so I think we've got enough shop tours for guys to do 4 or 5 years of it if we have that much energy, John.
Yeah. It takes quite a bit to do that, but we hope that everybody enjoys this. We've enjoyed a tremendous amount of this already. It's so much fun going to the shops and seeing the people and their families and what they do for a living, and you get to see their face on here where you don't get to see in the summertime. So we hope everybody's enjoying this. And if there's anything you want us to hear, questions you want to ask, or things you want us to kind of do to help out, leave us a message. Let us know. That'd be great.
I think what's going on in Texas is all solar power. It must have snowed. Can't get anything going right.
Yeah. Johnny probably had his wife run the telephone. He'd probably been a lot better off.
Right. I did see him for a little while. I thought, right? Or did I miss something there? But, well, maybe we'll cut tonight's show a little more. What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be fine. So again, if anybody, got any questions or things you want to see us do, or questions you want us to ask some of the pullers when we go to the shops, send it in and let us know, and we'd be happy to do that.
Yep. And I was going to let everybody know we're going to do interviews of the guys in Louisville too. And well, there he is.
There he is. Hi.
Go brush the solar panel up.
Can you hear us, Johnny? We can hear him.
We can hear you.
Don't cuss.
There he goes.
He kind of looks like a version of Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give him a cowboy hat. That's Burt Reynolds right there.
Hopefully,
we can hear him.
can you
All right, I got you.
Ah,
Are you
there we
there?
go.
there?
We're here.
Now you got it.
I had to switch over to my computer. I didn't want you guys. Nice lid there, Strandlie.
I know a guy.
Close.
So, John, we'll get
Good night.
caught up did farm in Cottage Grove, and let us know what year you moved to Texas and what you did there. And you're farthest Badger State member away from Wisconsin.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I enjoy that that title.
Yep. You bought your own airplane so you can fly back and forth, right?
It's the only way to do it really effectively. I had a friend of mine from Idaho as a dairyman, and he says, you really cannot continue to do this and do a good job at it. And I'm like, well, I've got something that we could do to make it faster. And so I spent almost a year and a half to study, which, Greg, you know about how hard that is to study for your pilot's license. And
Yep.
it took a lot to get that done, but and amongst your business and everything. And so glad I did it. Best thing I ever did.
So when you fly in it's quicker for you to fly in your plane than it is to take a commercial plane, right?
4.5 hours faster.
4.5 hours faster. That's a big deal when you come away.
Blake, I told him when you couldn't hear us, you looked like a Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, well, I didn't hear that at all either. I was trying to. I had to forward the email that Chandler sent in whatever messenger over to a regular email so I could pull it up on my computer. So, yeah, we were challenged here a little bit this afternoon.
I'm surprised you could do that because I'd not be able to figure.
I was almost going to have to call my secretary in Raylene to have her come over and do this for me. That's usually what happens when I get things wadded up real bad.
Yeah. We'll have to have the IT help, right?
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
But
How long you have the pro stock now?
One more time.
How long have you had the pro stock now? 3 years?
I started building that thing in 2014 and down there at Ace, and then it got to be it got delayed a little. He was just really behind on work, and I think 2016 I got it up, and then I had another delay. Jacob ended up getting into Harvard, and so the money that I was going to spend on that tractor obviously went into my child that year. We had our first one in college, and so I took if Robbie will tell that story a lot better than me, because I put some money down on the tractor, and I'm like, I can't give you any more, and I don't want you to do any more work until I get this thing figured out. So that was kind of the object. 18 we kind of got it out hard a little bit, and I think we maybe 1 or 2 hooks in 17.
Yeah, but you got Robbie's motor, right?
I'm sorry, Greg. What?
You've got Robbie's motor in it, the red version. You want to tell everybody a little bit about it?
Yeah, well, you and I we had twin motors at the time when you built for the Ford, and my motor was built at the exact same time.
Right.
And that was it. And then last year, you jumped ship on me, and I stayed the lonely red one out of the Lemke camp. Besides, there was 2 more, Blaine and Tim Kane. But I'm the redheaded stepchild, literally.
Well, they got me in a corner and really worked me over to switch over. That's what they did.
They tried real hard. Bob said, John, if I ever had to do that, I think I would just quit pulling, and I'm like, yep, that ain't gonna happen.
But this summer, I think you had the best luck of everybody getting down the track with it, right?
Well, God protects the dumb sometimes, so yeah, I'll raise my hand.
That helps, right?
No, I mean.
Yep. So getting into Louisville, what day do you pull there?
Wednesday
night against Randy. You and Randy?
Yep. Me and Randy. We'll be representing Badger State that night, and hopefully I haven't talked to Brew about the mandatory mustache placement that's going to have it. So some of them guys, I think we're going to have to draw them in. Like, Esden probably we'll have to draw his in probably pretty good, but there's a few of them already sporting them.
Yep. So you just wait out. But Craig Wildman wants to know any comments on the new mustache for 23. If you win in Louisville, you're going to keep it on all year.
I don't know. We'll see if how Louisville does. If that's the lucky jewel, we'll keep it on.
What's
His
the
brother, hey, his brother looks more like Magnum PI than I do. I mean, he's sporting a really nice mustache. I was kind of envious of what he had going on.
but he's been growing his for a while, right?
Yeah, well, my wife told me I had to shave. It's a long story. I can't say it on air, but my wife told me I had to shave, and so I did everything except for this. And I just, my idol is Strandlie, so it's like, how am I going to ever pull off something like that? I mean,
Takes time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you a red Trans Am vest to wear down there. Just bring your black cowboy hat with, and you'll fit right in.
I have a silver one. I had a 79 model. Me and Punky both had 70. I think his was a 78, and I had a 79. True story.
Oh,
Yeah. You have to get a picture of that sitting on the hood with your cowboy hat on.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, but
Hopefully you drive.
this is the first time you ever been to Louisville pulling?
No. I had my black tractor. I don't know if you guys really remember that too much. When I Punky and I was pulling like Hot Farm, that's when, like, back in the years when we'd pull like Lodi Fair, and then Greg would kick us out and stuff. And so Punky went into the Badger State stuff, and we kind of pulled a little bit with Badger State that year. That was kind of our first year of really pulling. I think that was like maybe 98, maybe 97, 98, maybe. And 98, the fall of 98, I bought the chassis and out in South Dakota. And then I bought Dana Munson's Ford Charger motor and system, and we put that together in the winter of 89 and going into 90 in camp. Actually, my first hook was Toma with it.
Okay. How'd you run when you got it the first year out there?
Oh, it was kind of crazy. I didn't have the clutch can put in right. And so the fingers, the throwout bearing was always touching the fingers all the time. And I'd get it built up real good, and it'd roll, and then she'd just kind of load up real hard, and clutch would swell up, and I had some problems with. Well, the first pull was probably the best. I think I'd have to look at the archives back there, but I think I split the class out of 28. Seems like.
Yeah. Well, John, you have to share the story about hooking the hydraulic lines up on your power steering wrong, so they turned the wrong way, and you came to the pull and tried to pull with it back in them Hot Farm days too. You got to tell that story, right? What happened? And you drove it down.
Narrow front end tractor, put a 1256 narrow front end pedestal on that thing, and I think Vinny was with us too. I can't remember for sure. Punky was for sure.
Yeah.
We always rolled on the same semi with the Midway equipment semi. And anyway, in a hurry, as always, and we got the lines hooked up, and he turned this way and the thing went that way. And so I'm like, just load it, let's go. And that's what we did. And we never changed it when we got there. It's kind of crazy, but
Wouldn't want to waste that 5 minutes to change them two lines around. And now, was that on the 1666 prototype?
That was that tractor was a rear end out of Texas here on an old I think it was a 1066 that was junked down here, and I drug it home and found some sheet metal for it and threw it together, and that was our first prototype with the 1666.
Yeah, that was a fun year. A lot of people don't know, probably the first time you and I met was a short course at UW Madison, right?
Time out. I'm tapping out.
We're not going to talk about them days.
Yeah, I'm tapping out. I'm not saying anything more about that. Unfortunately, all those stories are probably true, and like Punky says, all the stories that come out of Nora are true. That's the unfortunate problem.
Stuff you really can't make up, but it's funny. We've had a good time, and we're having a good time now working together with everybody, right?
Oh, I mean, last year, Greg, as much of a zoo as it was to get all of our tractors down at Craigie's place. I mean, I don't want to ever do that again, I don't think, but I mean, there was a lot of camaraderie going on, and I mean, obviously we got to know each other a lot better and in different ways. I mean, because sometimes the tempers were like enraged, and we had to get shit done in a short time period. And yeah, it was quite the time.
Right. I think 6 of us were sharing one 7/16 wrench at one time.
I mean, everybody's like, "Hey, get that out of your pocket. I need that," you know.
That's what happens. We got one toolbox and 8 guys working out of it, but it was fun. It was fun. It was good memories and a lot of fun.
Poor Craigie, you know, I can't imagine. I mean, Craigie's so he's got one of the biggest hearts I've ever had of any guy like that. Him and Robbie are both equally like, but Robbie don't let me get in to like touch all of his equipment, and you know, Craigie lets me use all of his equipment. He might tell me what not to use once in a while, but I could not, you know, let someone dig in my toolbox like Craigie does. I mean, it is crazy.
Yep. It was fun. Well, we've only got a couple minutes left here, but want to wish you luck down in Louisville, and I'm sure we'll see you in the shop over at Craigie's here yet soon. And wish we get more time with you. Maybe next week we can get you on again and get a few minutes with you. 4 minutes to talk about stuff and what you've got going on and what your business is and all that stuff too. We like to tell people what you do, but we're down to 2 minutes. Or can we run over, Chandler, or not?
I think we should be okay.
We can be okay. You don't have the next show?
Jason's got the show at 8:00 for Let's Grow Pulling.
But you don't have.
I think we'll be all right.
All right, John, why don't you tell people what you do for a living?
Well, been in the dairy industry, obviously, a majority of our life, bottled milk, made cheese in Wisconsin, moved to Texas, did the same thing and farmed. I guess we had 8 sections at one time of land that we were farming down here. And through all that, I kind of got into the feed side. A friend of mine, actually, I met him at church, and he said, you know, this milk price was going all over the board, and I was just kind of wasn't really happy about riding that roller coaster anymore, and had a young family started, and he goes, you got to look at this mineral deal. And so that's what we did. We started into the mineral business and actually had that for the first year or so while we were still milking cows yet, and we're milking like 1,200 cows at that time, and we had the feed yard was like 11,000 cow or 11,000 head. I leased most of that out, but so we did that for a few years. And I really liked it. I liked talking with the guys, making deals, and so we started mining salt, and we mined bentonite and dolomite, and like the surface mining. That's a lot of equipment, and so we took all those ingredients, put them in the mineral. It's all stuff that you use in a dairy ration or beef ration, and that slowly just really developed over the years. And now we do calcium salts and palm fat and store between, this year's pretty low on cottonseed. We're about like 9,000 tons, but usually we're up to like 25,000 tons of cottonseed we store and then sell it through the dairies throughout the year down here. And what else we do? We started Link Feed Ingredients North, by the way, last week. So we are in Wisconsin now.
Where's that? In Wisconsin.
Yeah, we're leasing the Exonia Co-op, and Robbie Lemke's cousin Phil and I are partners on Link Feed North, and so we'll be doing a fair amount of stuff up there in Wisconsin this year. So I'm very excited about getting that going, and going to do the same. We basically, I learned a lot about the large scale dairy guys down here and what we can do volume wise and buying power. And we're going to bring that to Wisconsin. I mean, I might not be the best guy for, less than 500 cow dairy, but those guys above that, we're going to be like the Walmart for them. I mean, we can do some damage for them.
Well, you've got a couple big dairies up here. You work with Lynn's and some other ones up here already. You've worked for a few years, right? Yeah. We with Lynn's and matter of fact, I guess the question was asked, I've been to Louisville before. Yeah, 97. Kevin had my black tractor there. Yep.
And popped the charger on that thing and right away at the get go. But Kevin they bought a lot of stuff from us throughout the years and been not only great friends but great customers.
Yep. Well, that sounds like you have a lot going on and a lot on your plate with that. And then with your son going to Harvard and everything, you come back and help you manage all that, right?
Well, right. No, he's in DC, and they're living about a little bit better life than I did pitching cow shit at our age, you know.
Right? Right? Harvard much different than short course?
No. He does well though. He's a good kid. I got 4 children. Zach's he was at UT or was at UT. He's in New Zealand now working on a zip line, and daughter Micah, she's in Dallas, and Kate's she is in Bristol, England right now on studying abroad.
Wow.
That's a lot to keep track of.
Well, it's Mel's job, you know. I don't have to.
Yeah.
And she keeps track of you. Not very good, but does.
Just enough, Strandlie. Obviously, you know, when she's not around on Sundays, you're there, right?
Yep.
Right.
I do a good job.
Well, you were saying you were down in Jersey the other Sunday drinking some high-powered orange juice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to go up to deliver a birthday present up to Mel's niece or aunt up in Arlington. So
Okay.
We blame that on Dave Stolen, though. That's
yeah, Stolen was there. We went out. I think Tuesday night we went out. Stolen and I and Orod and Punky. Yeah, Punk was with us. And
Yep. Old Rod's been dealing with my boys. He's buying. They sell fertilizer and some stuff for cow stuff, and he's been around quite a bit with boys here lately too.
don't believe everything he says.
No, you gotta decipher some of it.
Hey, well, we got a good group. Hey, that whole area down there, I mean, is a good group. I do miss the Nora area. You know, you guys have interviewed a lot of people in that Cottage Grove, Deerfield area, and you know, I sure enjoy being able to come back home and spending some time up there. And they all kind of look out for each other.
Oh yeah, good bunch of guys around there. Good bunch of guys to go with. Nope. But got anything, John?
neighborhood's not the same since I moved in, though. They watch me pretty close.
Keeping an eye on you
Indeed.
for a good reason.
Well, Strandlie, he's only about not even a half a mile. He's probably less than 300 yards from our old dairy plant.
Yep.
He bought the Rosenbaum house, didn't you, Strandlie?
Yep. Yeah. Not even 300 yards yet. The old Elpin Rose Dairy. And then there's a restaurant in Stoughton there. And I sent Link pictures here last year that has some of the old milk bottles in there. So next time you're back, go for breakfast down there.
Yeah, we need to. I'd like to get my hands on them. However, I doubt that they're going to let loose of them just very easily. So I'll get a plug. Anybody that's got an Alpenrose dairy bottle of half pint or half gallon or a gallon, I'd like to be purchasing of one of them again. I've got a few, but I'd like to give one to all of my brothers and sisters at some point.
Yeah. When's your next trip back to Wisconsin, do you think?
Yeah, Craigie, better ask him, I suppose. I'm thinking around the 8th or the 9th, flying up there and then driving down depending on who's all going with us on Wednesday night. I don't know if I probably get Brew and myself, and then I don't know who others are going to come with us on one trailer going down. And because that'll probably be like Tuesday night maybe or Wednesday morning early.
Randy usually is Monday night.
Oh, really? Well, I guess we'll figure that out, I guess. But yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking of. I got to finish up. We got to weld the stack yet and put a turbo back on it yet, and I think I did everything else. Oh, Craigie's finishing painting up. I have never painted the black clip yet, the fenders and that.
Yeah.
So that's always been wrapped. So Craigie's getting that fixed.
Yeah. Hope he has time to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's probably when we'll be heading back up.
Okay.
Well, good luck to you down there.
Yep.
Enjoy and soak it all in. Just don't soak all of it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
We got 2 houses next to each other down there. I think there's 12 or 15 people in each house, right?
Yeah, I don't know. My wife, I apparently one night we were all talking about this when we were having our conversations, and that when Mel's credit card because I had misplaced my credit card, so I took my wife's on that trip, and then we charged it all on her credit card.
Well, that's the best place to put it.
So Esden's got to call her all the time to get her code or whatever. That was a little talking to I had to get. All good.
Fine, right?
She pulls the one thing. I have a great wife. She pulls the chain just as hard as I do. It's like a good. If you're a horse pulling, it's like an evener, right? You know, you have an evener in the back of the two horses, and I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing going up there as much as I do without her kind of watching what we do down here. So,
Does she help you with your business quite a bit too, or?
yeah, she just this last year, she's been an RN most of good majority of her career here down in Texas after having kids and that. But she just started here in the last 3 years, kind of taking over. She took over the laundromat this last year and a half now. So she does all we wash dairy towels for about 85,000 cows. And so she kind of took care of that whole thing now. And yeah, she's helping out a bunch.
Yep.
Awesome.
What's the biggest dairy you work with down there,
We got one of our clients is probably the largest dairyman in North America, and we kind of hit and miss selling them products throughout the year. They bid on it pretty hard. They're like 140,000. But the constant, I've got a gentleman down here by Dimmitt that he milks probably right around 45,000. And he added last year, 20,000 cows. So, you know, my business just grows with what they do, and they've been a very loyal client, and so real blessed. I mean, to have guys like that and being able to stay with them.
Well, I'd love to come down there sometime and get a tour of a couple of them big dairies like that. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool. I fly over them a lot on Sundays. If I go to church in the morning, I'll get up and the weather's real good. I'll go fly around their dairies and that and take pictures of their facilities. And you know, I send them to them and they always like, hey, go over here and fly over here. I want you to take a picture of this. And so they kind of like that. And of course I always love it, but we could do that, Greg.
Do you like flying the airplane or driving the tractor? Which is better?
Man, I'll tell you, it as much as I love tractor pulling, that flying and flying fast is pretty tough to beat. I mean, you know, that ride going down the track on the Pro Stock's pretty cool, but I really do love flying. I mean, I can't say no. I mean, but you know, I get the best of both worlds, right?
Right. That is cool. I did get to fly in the military too. I was a door gunner, the crew chief on a Black Hawk in the 90s, and I miss that. I know I miss that. That was fun.
Well, you know, when you can combine the two, it's amazing. I can't wait to get the turbine. The turbine will be amazing.
Yeah. Well, you're going to get a Chinook to haul us to the polls, you said.
Yeah. Well, that was. we had a tremendous amount of liquid courage that night that you guys were all talking about, the Canuck.
Yeah.
Or Chinook. I called it the Canuck.
Canuck. That's a Canuck. I think
we had someone ask a question, Chandler. What was that?
Sean Sauer.
Sean Sauer. Really neat and interesting show tonight, guys. Seen Link's tractor a few times, but didn't know anything about him.
Yep.
I like flying the radar.
Yep. It'll never be the same now that you know him.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Well, we do. One thing that's kind of cool that not a lot of people know about Hereford, Texas. We are at 4,000 feet elevation, right around that. I mean, it's like 39 and some change. And we are the beef capital of the world. I mean, we have quite a few dairies that, you know, have been in the area. We were here in like 76. My dad built the first dairy and kind of in the area. There was a few more scattered there, but in the last 10, 15 years, the dairy industry just grew immensely down here. But neighbors of mine, just like literally 2 doors down or a door down here, have and I live in town right now, by the way, but 50,000, 45,000, and up to 180,000 head feed yard, all within a mile of here.
Okay. Do you work with minerals and feeds too, or not?
Sir?
Do you work with them guys with minerals and feeds also, or?
Yeah, we do somewhat. So we also sell a liquid product. We have a rail car unloading facility. We do a little over 800 rail cars a year of liquid, and it might be like a 17 fat, 12 protein type blend that we make. We do about 10, 12 loads a day of liquid that we sell out to feed yards and or dairies alike. And that's Agridyne. The company that actually started that deal was Mix 30, and that's for like Mix 30 product, like a cow calf liquid product that you would have like 30 head or 500 head or whatever, and lick tubs, kind of like you've seen those lick tubs out in the pastures before, and so we sell that, and that's what we're starting in Wisconsin. I've never sold liquid in Wisconsin, and that's one of the things that we're really honing in on up there right now.
Okay. Well, it'll be good. So, well, how about you, John?
No, I don't have more questions, but one of these times when we get linked back here, we'll have to sit down with him and with the tractor down the shop down there, and maybe if he can bring his wife up or something too, and we can sit down and chat with them and make a show with their tractor.
Yep. That'd be
You got a great lid. Hey, Strandlie, I love your lid. Hey.
Like that? I got
Yeah.
a new one.
Yeah, I'll have the link feed north ones. Phil should have got them here tomorrow or the next day. And I told Kootsy, I said, I'm giving everybody and I don't know if Elsing took one yet or not, but he needs one. That anytime he wins, he needs to be wearing a link feed ingredients north hat, and it's like $100. Okay.
all right.
So
I don't win a lot, so I won't wear that hat out.
it'll happen, Greg. You got a nice hot rod right now. I mean, you really do got a great hot rod.
Yeah, she'll get there. We're getting there. So, thank you. So, well, I think that's the end of our show, and I want to thank John Link, and good luck to you in Louisville, and I'm sure we'll have a good time down there. I think he froze up.
No, I'm not frozen. I think straight froze.
Yeah.
I
Did
had
you hear
that?
that?
I had a call come in. I declined it.
All right. John, good luck in Louisville. Fun, and we'll make some again, huh?
Yeah, we will. And likewise, Greg. We'll see you here in a few days.
All right. Thanks, John.
All right.
So all I put it in, and thanks for.
Hey, Strandlie, good luck. Hey,
Yeah.
be praying for your wife, hey.
Yep.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.